AWA, yep.
Are you Hawaiian?
No, it's actually Polish.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people never know what the heck it is, but yeah.
Okay, we all sounding good?
I like it, I like it.
And we are back between two Yetis with somebody I've wanted on camera for a long time, John Kujawa. Is it Kujawa?
Kujawa, actually.
What?
Yeah, but it's a hard name. It helps to weed out the salespeople when they call at night in telemarketing.
Yeah. Because no, I've never heard your name pronounced that way at all.
Yeah, no one pronounces it right.
What is it again?
Kujawa.
Kujawa.
Yes.
And it's Polish.
It's Polish.
Good Lord. So I have to start this by saying well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Your products are exceptional.
Thank you.
Absolutely exceptional.
Thank you.
And made in America.
Yes.
How the hell do you do that?
Well, it's really about the team. We have a phenomenal group of people. They're committed, they're passionate, and they sweat the details.
And that's led from the top.
I hope so. I hope so. I do my best. I do my best. I think they do a good job at covering up my shortcomings and really coming to work each day with a focus on delivering value to the customer. They come to work each day really with a pride in the company, pride in the products, and they come to work committed to serving our customers and keeping them happy.
Everybody, yeah. All right, so how did you start?
I started the company in 2007 really with the recognition, a couple things, the recognition that LED technology had reached this inflection point from going from an indicator to an illumination source.
Yeah.
Recognized that a lot of the companies that were in the marine industry really didn't think of it as what it is. They didn't think of it as a semiconductor device. They thought of it instead as a replacement light bulb. They thought of it as another marine fixture. And those marine fixtures, it's completely appropriate to use conventional product development timelines that might take 8 or 10 quarters or more to bring a product to market. I came out of Silicon Valley. I was working there in high tech, first computer hardware, computer software, and I looked at this situation and I said, there's no way that you can take a semiconductor product and plan on bringing it to market in 8 or 10 quarters and expect to be successful. And so instead of being at the mercy of this evolution of this core technology, let's exploit it. Let's leverage that strategically, and that's what we did. So the first thing we did is we completely thought about the problem differently. There's
Just the way you're talking about it is complete. You are not talking like a boater. You're talking like an engineer. Electronics engineer.
I am an engineer, actually, by training, and a lot of my work was in engineering management, leading product development teams in hardware and computer software. Yeah.
Sorry, go back to your...
No, not at all. So we said, if we can not focus on developing products, but instead develop a product development company that's uniquely structured to exploit this very rapid product evolution, and if you can use that to bring these quickly evolving products to market, then you can beat the competition. And I think our track record has demonstrated that's a pretty successful strategy.
Yeah, I mean, you just come out with the T-top thing.
Yes.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
A navigation light that can turn into a floodlight.
Yeah.
Why has nobody done that?
So, well, you know what, and it's, that's a function of I think it's really a function of our allowing our team to fail. The guy who's never failed.
All right, yeah.
The guy who's never failed really has failed, right? If you've never failed, then you've not tried hard enough. You've not innovated hard enough. You've not pushed far enough down the path to know what the boundaries are. And so that in and of itself is a failure. And we try to set up an environment where failure is okay, and where experimentation is okay, and where ideation and exploration is okay, and where it's even fun.
So you were in Silicon Valley before?
Yep. Yeah.
Are you allowed to say where?
Beg your pardon?
Where?
Yeah. I worked for a hardware manufacturer called Quantum, made hard disk drives. And I went to work, I was recruited from a former graduate school classmate to a company called Trilogy in Austin, Texas. And Trilogy was very focused on rapidly evolving software solutions. And I was recruited back to Palo Alto to a software startup called Valdero, developing supply chain optimization solutions.
So you're very unique in this industry because, as you well know, there are, another 100 LED lighting companies here?
Yes.
And when you ask them, how do they start? Oh man, I wanted a light for my boat, and so I bought some LEDs and I put it here and...
Yeah.
You...
Yeah. Well, so it's careful consideration of what the strategy is, right? And so, if you're getting on the football field and you're going to play and you want to win, it's a good idea to come up with a strategy to win. If you want to go out and play parking lot ball and you want to throw on the football, that's fine. We didn't come to play pickup ball. We came to win. We came up with a strategy, we put together a team, we've trained hard, and we're here to win, and that's what you're seeing.
See, it's interesting. In the marine industry, there's a lot of mom and pop style dealerships and so on, but the product side of it is also driven a lot by necessity.
Yep.
Case in point, there's quite a few new products here. I wanted this on a boat, so I decided to make it. Your ethos doesn't seem to be that way at all.
Not as much. You know, we absolutely listen to customers, and we absolutely respond to customer requests, but there's a interesting quote from Henry Ford. He said, if I gave people what they said they wanted, I'd have given them faster horses. So you need to kind of strip away what people are trying to tell you that they want. People describe things in the vernacular that they know. They use words that they're familiar with. And so if someone says to you, I want a light that's just like this, it's because they've seen this light that almost meets their needs. The challenge there then is to strip away what they are telling you from what they really want and what they really mean. And in that essence, you can find the inspiration for really compelling products. And that's what we've done.
So how does lighting keep you interested? Because at the end of the day, it's on and off.
Yeah,
it's not
but
complex
it's
service.
not about, I think what I'm going to say that's true for me is true for all of our engineering team. And that it's not about making the light. It's about finding novel solutions and elegant engineering solutions to problems. And that's what we do, really. I mean, at the end of the day, it so happens that these manifest themselves in luminaires, but we could be making anything, right? It could be telephones, it could be VHF radios, it could be anything.
And it's all made in America?
Yeah. So about 99% of our revenue is completely made in America.
How are you keeping that up? Because
we need to. So a big part of that is recognizing what we can do and involving that in the product development process. Now, about the last 4 years, we made a deep push into robotics, and we acquired robots not really to reduce our then costs. We acquired robots to develop an expertise in robotics so that 4 years ago, when we started that foundation, the products that we're shipping in 2017, 2018 can be leveraging this robotics technology. You know, when the sales guy for our first robot came on the floor, he said, well, what do you need to do? And I said, well, let's start with applying adhesives. And he said, okay, how much time are you spending to do this? I said, stop. You're never going to do an ROI calculation and convince me that we need to buy this robot. The path to success for you, Mr. Robotic Salesman, is to engage me in a dialogue that says, if you don't learn robots, if you don't become an expert in the deployment of robotics in the assembly of your products, in 5 years you're going to be out of business because your competitor is doing that today. And I said, and oh, by the way, I already believe this to be the case. I think that they're out there. I don't know who they are, but someone in some garage is figuring out how to do what we are doing better and faster than we. So I'm going to start working on that too. So I'm going to buy this robot today, and it's not going to manifest itself in a product benefit for another 4 or 5 years, but that's okay, because when that time comes, we'll be well equipped, and that's where we are today from that investment from 4 or 5 years ago.
Do you do anything else other than Lumitec?
I do. I have 3 wonderful kids, and I boat, and I fly planes, and
You're a pilot?
I am. Yeah.
Little Cessnas or?
Cirrus, actually. Yep. Yeah, so that's fun. That's another passion of mine I've recently taken up. So that's another thing that keeps me busy and occupied and keeps my brain alive.
I don't feel like I've spoken to anybody in the boating industry. It's a pleasure to meet you.
It's my pleasure.
And it's good to just know that you're going to keep it in America.
Yeah.
And
yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you for the time. Enjoyed talking to you.
You too.
Excellent.